Good evening. Coming up tonight, we'll fill you in on what's happening in and outside the Palmetto State.
Stay tuned to see how the Gamecocks scored their win against Charlotte.
And finally, SGTV News 4's latest story on the youngest addition to the Noma Flea.
We will have all that and more tonight on Monday Night Mashup.
Welcome to this week's Monday Night Mashup. I'm Jenna Falconite.
And I'm CJ Rosenberger. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hurricane Ian is expected to make landfall in Florida as a Category 3 hurricane later this week. The storm has the potential to be the second major hurricane of the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season, with meteorologists predicting that it could reach up to Category 4 strength. The storm is currently a Category 1 hurricane, but continues to strengthen rapidly. It reached winds of about 75 miles per hour as it swept through the Caribbean on Sunday. Ian continues to move quickly northwest at a speed of about 14 miles per hour. The storm is forecast to move over Cuba tonight and hit the southeast Gulf of Mexico sometime on Tuesday. From there, the storm is on track to hit the Florida Panhandle and Florida's west coast. It may also cause heavy rains throughout the southeastern United States, specifically in Georgia, South Carolina, and Alabama. On Sunday, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis declared a state of emergency. He encouraged residents to prepare for intense winds, heavy rain, and high sea levels. DeSantis also emphasized the, quote, degree of uncertainty that exists around the storm and warned of the significant impacts that the storm could have throughout the state, end quote. Meteorologists are continuing to monitor the storm's path.
The Sabor Latino Hispanic Heritage Month Festival will be out on Davis Field celebrating Latinx culture this Thursday. Hispanic Heritage Month occurs from September 15th to October 15th. The beginning marks the anniversary of independence for Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. This time acts to recognize the extensive histories, rich cultures, and contributions of Latinx community in the United States. The festival will be from 5 to 8 p.m. and will have free food, music, and arts and crafts. By attending the event, students can learn more about what the Latinx community at USC has to offer and how they can become more involved. I feel like that's just going to be a really great festival to go to.
Absolutely. It definitely sounds like a lot of fun. We'll have to check it out this week.
Absolutely.
That's all for national and local news, but SGTV sports anchor Erin Smith has the weekend update for all things Gamecock athletics. Erin?
After a disappointing loss last weekend against Georgia, the South Carolina football team turned the tables, blowing out Charlotte 56-20. The game started off close with a mere 6-point difference at halftime, but as the second half proceeded, the points racked up to a big win for the Gamecocks. Marshawn Lloyd, in a career high, led the Gamecocks with 3 touchdowns and 169 rushing yards against the 49ers defense. Spencer Rattler completed 17 of 23 passes with 187 passing yards with 0 touchdowns and interceptions. However, backup quarterback Luke Doity threw 2 for 3 with both a touchdown and an interception. This was a much-needed win for the Gamecocks before they face South Carolina State this weekend. Coming up, meteorologist Olivia Sperbeck will share this week's weather forecast. Stay tuned.
Good evening, South Carolinians. It is 56 degrees in South Carolina right now with a waxing crescent moon. And the wind speed for tonight is 5 miles per hour northwest, and the humidity is at 57%. We're broadcasted to have clear skies, and the local time is 7:10 p.m. and the sunset time is 7:15 p.m. The weather this week, Monday, it's sunny with a high of 88 degrees, and the low is 63 degrees. Tuesday, it is mostly sunny with a high of 85 degrees and a low of 55 degrees. Wednesday, it's supposed to be a little chillier, and it's supposed to be cloudy with a high of 73 degrees and a low of 56 degrees. Thursday, it's similar weather. It's going to be cloudy with a high of 71 and a low of 57. Friday, it's supposed to be a little chillier with a high of 68 and a low of 62. And Saturday, little warmer this time, but we still have rain, and the high is 74 and the low is 63. That's all I have for tonight. After the break, we'll catch you up on everything related to student Gamecock television.
Next up, SGTV News 4 reporter Megan Doxis went to the Noma Flea Market to see how young entrepreneurs are sharing their craft.
And if you could get advice to any other kid that's doing something like you, what would you give them?
I would probably give them a big high five.
On Friday, Noma Flea had their first ever junior pop-up event where youth vendors could display and sell their products. The Lemonade Twins were one of the youth vendors at the Flea. And what do you guys sell?
Lemonade.
Yeah? And how old are you guys?
7.
Wow, that's awesome. How long have you guys been doing this for?
2 years.
The Lemonade Twins website has a saying, quote, "We are not a lemonade stand. We are a growing lemonade business," end quote. Alongside the youth vendors, an adult vendor at Noma Flea describes his thoughts for youth entrepreneurs.
It's really good to see the next generation as they're kind of getting things sorted out.
If you were to give any advice to anyone, to the kids, what would you give them?
Just keep trying, keep working at it.
Be sure to check them out every Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. on 2222 Sumter Street. For News 4 Entertainment, my name's Megan Doxis.
Wow, CJ, that seems like such a great opportunity for young entrepreneurs to get their first glimpse into the business world.
I totally agree. They are doing amazing jobs up there.
Absolutely. That wraps tonight's edition of Monday Night Mashup.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SGTV at USC.
To keep up with all of our content, be sure to also visit us online at sgtvonline.com and sign up for our newsletter, SGTV Recap. For SGTV News 4, I'm Jenna Falconite.
And I'm CJ Rosenberger. Have a great night, Carolina.